About anger and hate comments on social media. I've had many of you ask me, why are you nice to the trolls that comment unfairly on your page? Well, it's because I know that we're all wired to protect ourselves. When we feel that we have been wronged by someone, that person becomes the perceived enemy. So then we get our mindset of them and us. The fiery fuck you and take it or leave it attitude is triggered. And I know that the more uncertainty that someone has, that we have, the more protective we are of ourselves. And because trust is given freely, when it is perceived to be broken, we have uncertainty. Anger and hate is triggered, and we're all born with this propensity. And we live in a world conditioned towards this, where we will fight to protect our group, bonded in safety. And if we have to, we'll protect ourselves, separated from everything and everyone. And I know that it takes something to rise above this cognitive bias, our cognitive bias, literally to move our thoughts out of the lower feeling centers of our brain, which are wired for survival. This cognitive bias is this survival. Beyond this thinking process, upper into the higher intelligence processing centers. This is why we have the saying, rise above fear. I know that it takes something to tame these feelings of protecting ourselves once they've been triggered. Once we're pissed off. To have our thinking process move above the primal feeling part of our brain and be processed through our higher intelligence. This is why there's a saying actually for someone who's being antagonistic towards us. We say dumb fuck. It takes being gotten before any of us have the courage to drop these protective thoughts. How dare you? You wronged me. I'm not going to be nice to you. And once we've been gotten, then we no longer are at a risk of being attacked. Then the other person is no longer the perceived enemy. So this is why people lash out with awful comments on social media posts, and this is why it appears like they back down when they come from a different place, literally a different place in their brain. Remember, good people frequently do bad things, say bad things, more than you and I are willing to admit. You yourself have either responded defensively on an antagonistic post on social media, or you felt like you wanted to, but chose the higher path, the higher centers of the brain. Look, we've all done this. This is why I refuse to let my survival mechanism and my conditioning perpetuate any form of them and us in any of my interactions, no matter what the person's saying. It is because of my desire for a world where we all get along well while being true to ourselves. It's because of what I've chosen to value and believe. Now, here's what I believe. What I believe. I'm not asking you to take it on. I need to get myself. It's not others' role to get me. It's not up to me to change people. That's actually an insult to their being. And I know that people say more statements that have been triggered by protecting themselves and by their conditioning than they say their truth, because people are often disconnected from their inner truth. I believe that people have a right to their opinion about me. It's their thoughts, not mine. I just have a right to how I feel. And they have a right to how they feel, not the acting out their feelings against someone else. But they do have a right to how they feel. And I can disengage at any time I choose. Everything is a conversation away, and being able to communicate with someone is finding the best pathway. Not about me being right, needing to be understood, having to be heard, or them having to be a certain way before I will communicate nicely with them. That's what I believe. And every way that I communicate, every article that I've written, every time I've been posted in the media, everything I say is born out of my values and my beliefs. This is my creed for life. This is what I truly believe. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed this insight. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm Fur Whale. I have a beautiful platform called She Talks, and SHE, speak, hear, empower. And it's about empowering women to speak, hear, and empower others. All right, I look forward to bringing you more insights soon. Bye for now.